Hello and welcome to the Tarot Show for today, which is the 23rd. Yep, Monday the 23rd. Wait for some people to join and all of that good stuff. Let's say hello and welcome. Hello and, can I type? Wait for people to join. So let's see, what do we got? We got news coming out. It's filmed and ready to go. That is be coming out on Christmas Day. And that is news for January 2020 and all of that. Sierra, how are you? How is it going? Divine Empress Tarot, how are you as well? Oh, Anna, hello. How's it going? Angela, how's it going? Jessica, welcome. How's it going, Jessica? Kelly McKenzie, Laura, David Fisher. How is everyone this morning or afternoon now? How's everyone this afternoon? Sufleet in Universe, Joanna. Okay, Kasha, Sacred Turtle, Cole Thompson. What's going on? Sure. We'll start with Joanna. Cole, throw me a question there. Will Frank contact me? Let's see. So then we'll do Cole, and then we'll just start picking random ones here. So let's see. My financial look. Will Frank contact me? That's pretty specific. I guess we could wrap that one up pretty quick. Reading question. So, will Frank contact me? All right, let's turn the Hello Cat off and get started with the reading. Cool. Will Frank contact me? We'll be using Forest of Enchantment Tarot, and you'll be happy to know that the guy that sits across the street in his truck and stares at me is not there today. He could be taking a day off from staring in my window. I'm just assuming because I don't see him. So he is not staring in here. Every time I do this, I sort of, open the shades so I can get some nice sunlight, and he immediately gets all excited and wants to see what's in here. Maybe I will offer him a tour of the house. He would be all excited about that. All right, let's see. Will Frank contact? It's probably too many cards for will Frank contact me, but I do tend to splurge. Laura, I'm doing fantastic. Thank you so much. Tanya, hey, Merry Christmas to you as well. Size Brigante, hey, how's it going? Cole Thompson, what does you expect for the weekend and next semester? We'll try that after will Frank contact me. I'm not sure Frank is. Frank is not the guy that stares at me down there, is he? That would be the weirdest coincidence, wouldn't it? Will Frank contact me and he's the guy over there who stares in the window? Wouldn't that be weird? Admit it. Okay, will Frank contact me? Lovers upside down. Well, lovers upside down. I'm going to say no. Well, I'm going to say no. I'm going to say you're going to have to sort of take the initiative with Frank. I'm assuming Frank is a love interest. I don't really know. I'm kind of coming in blind here, but I'm going to go with it because that's what I do. So the lover's upside down. If Frank is a love interest, I don't see. It seems like I don't see him contacting you. I mean, that's kind of a negative, right? Kind of a negative. We got the Child of Visions upside down. We got the Ten of Challenges sort of being prominent in the middle. Seven of Boons with a bunch of different choices. So it's Frank. I don't think Frank is your only choice as to what you're doing, as to people that are going to be contacting you. So I think that you have other different choices, and those other choices are going to be more prominent than Frank is. So Frank appears to be... Frank appears to be like burdened with something else almost, right? So we have this Eight of Challenges sort of right after the Lover's upside down, a burden with something else, but it looks like it's being relieved or it's sort of calming down, right? Eight of Challenges is upside down. So it's being sort of forgiven or it's being moved out, and it's not as serious as Frank thought it was. So Frank appears to have a bunch of things going on. So one of which is some burden that he has going. Doesn't look like he would contacting you. The Ten of Challenges, if he did contact you, I think that there's some things that he would tell you or some things that you would get involved in that maybe you didn't really want to jump right into. I think there's a little more to the situation than you're seeing. I think there's a little more to Frank than you're seeing. As well as I think you have different choices. You have a lot of other things going on. I don't think Frank is going to be this main pinnacle of your life, and will Frank contact you? I don't think that's really going to be a big thing in your life. If he does contact you, if he doesn't contact you, it just doesn't look like it's pivotal to the situation. Looks like you have a lot of other things going on, a lot of other choices. The child of visions, you could contact Frank if you wanted to and initiate that. That'd probably make things a little easier, but keep in mind Frank's a little busy with stuff. And there's also more to the scene. There's more to the scenery of Frank than I think you're accustomed to. And you could be jumping into something that's a little more complex than you really want to be in. So to answer the question, will Frank contact me? That was a bit much, but that is the answer to will Frank contact me. So let's see. What else do we have? Let's see. I need to find the next one. So the next one was Cole Thompson. What should I expect for the next week and the next semester? All right, let's stick with this particular deck and do that. Connie Foster, thank you so much for the subscription. We're going and finding out for Mr. Cole Thompson here what's next week and next semester. That's a pretty light reading. Let's just do 3 for this. We kind of overdid it with Frank with the 5 card, but we'll do 3 for the next week and next semester. What's going on with that? Next week and next semester. We'll go with 2 more cards. Chloe, hey, thank you so much for the donation. I really appreciate it. That's awesome. Thank you so much. I think that's my first donation. All right, so let's look at next week and next semester. I pulled 2 more. I like big spreads, and I cannot lie. The other tarot readers can't deny. All right. Next week and next semester, 10 of visions, 5 of challenges. Next semester is going to be a bit heavy. It's going to be a bit heavier than you expected. So coming right off the Frank reading, right? Next semester is going to be a bit heavier than you expected as far as the semester goes. Did you overload yourself? Did you just load up with things, or are there other things that are sort of conflicting with the studying, or there's a bunch of things going on as far as that? Because we have the 5 of challenges, and the 5 sort of running into the next semester tells me that there may be a bit of a overload next semester. No, not huge, right? You don't see the tower, or you don't see death or anything like that. So I don't think it's like a big challenge. It just looks like that it's going to be a little thicker and more involved than maybe that you were expecting, right? And the 10 of visions being upside down as well points me to that, you sort of need to go in fresh. You need to take a break between the semesters and go in fresh. In other words, don't over prepare for it. It's going to be something to where you're going to have to sort of wing a lot of different things. Let's see. You're going to have to wing a lot of different things, and it's just going to be sort of painful if you come in and you're burned out already. So don't run in and be too burned out when you enter. Make sure that you take a break. Make sure you take that time off in order to recuperate, because again, you have some other stuff. I think you're going to find some people that are going to help you next semester as well. So I guess sort of maybe either a study partner or somebody that knows the material, that knows the stuff that you're getting into, and they're going to be helpful to you. I think there are people involved with that. They're going to be helpful to you and going to be able to assist with next semester as well. So as far as complexity is concerned and all of that other stuff, wow, thank you, David Fisher. I really appreciate it. Okay, so I'll do Chloe, then I'll do David Fisher after this, after we cover next semester. So again, there's something a bit thick, but you do have help. You do have some assistance coming as far as that goes as well. So I forgot to change the title. But yeah, anyway, I mean, next semester doesn't look that bad. Just take the break that you need. Go in prepared. Make sure that you know the material. Make sure that you study the right material. Sometimes in school, right, you'll have this material, and you think the material has to do with this, but then it actually has to do with that. So one of those, have you ever done that, right? You get a lecture and you think it's going to be book material on the test, and then you get a bunch of lecture and it's 90% lecture, and then you're taken off guard and you get a bad grade on the first exam or the first sort of endpoint that you have and all that. But make sure that you connect with people and that you know some of the other people in the semester. They're going to be able to help you. They're going to be a study buddy or whatever, and that's going to be a big help for next semester. But overall, Ace of Spells, I think that next semester is going to be rocking for you. You're going to be able to really dive into the material once you get it, and it's going to be something to where you can connect with the material. So that's huge, right? So that's one of those things there. Okay, so that is the next semester, and I did not update that. So let's see. The next one is, will my crush make a move? Let's see here. Reading question. Will my crush make a move? All right, that's Chloe. Chloe wants to know, will my crush make a move? Let's see here. Let's go with a different tarot there. Let's go with something different. What do we want to do today? You know, I'm in the mood for the Raphaelite Tarot. You can't really go wrong with the Raphaelite Tarot. Well, I suppose you could go wrong somehow. But I can't go wrong because I like it. And as long as you like the deck and you can connect with the deck. Speaking of decks, I have over 10 tarots coming in. So in the next week and a half, 2 weeks, you're going to see a lot of tarot. See a lot of new decks coming in and all that good stuff. Pre-ordered a couple more for February. So Zach at the Tiger's Abyss, who is completely awesome. If you are not subscribed to Zach at the Tiger's Abyss, go subscribe immediately. And he had some decks for sale, and he had a very, very good, very good price for the decks. So I picked up a few. Sorry for the tarot edit, but I'm not really sure how live streams and nudity affect my stream. Probably shouldn't have used this one. Oh well, hindsight is 20/20. So yeah, there's that. So David, we'll get to your question in a minute. Will my crush make a move? It's always good if a crush makes a move. That's always a good thing. All right. Let's see, your crush makeup move. So, let me sort of look at this. That's interesting. It's always interesting when the hangman is upside down, right? That's one of those amazing things that I really enjoy. I would say yes, but he needs a bit of a boost. He needs a bit of a boost, or needs a bit of a encouragement. Does this person? I need to get into voice readings. I think voice readings would be a lot better. So I have a Discord now. Look on my channel and find the Discord link and join it. I'll be doing voice readings this weekend. Yeah, probably maybe Christmas. Day after that, voice readings will start and see how it goes. Basically, your crush needs some reinforcement or some encouragement, right? So it's just one of those things. You're gonna have to get a bit of a push for your crush. Does your crush know that you're crushing on them? I mean, how much do you interact with your crush? Things like that. I mean, when you have a crush and you're interacting with someone, you're interacting with people like that, a lot of times it's extremely easy for the guy to see it, unless the guy is just really dense, which some of us guys are dense that way. So somebody will like us and we're like, oh, hey, what's going on? So, but that's the way guys work sometimes. So you're going to need to get a bit of encouragement or a bit of a kickstart with the crush, right? The hangman upside down, that unique perspective or that different perspective is not there. So he doesn't see the different perspective, meaning he doesn't see that he doesn't really see that you're crushing that much or you're that intense of a crush or something like that. So apparently it's important to you because you asked and you donated. So, I mean, this is something to where maybe if he knows about it, he doesn't really think it's serious, or if he if he doesn't know, then he needs a bit of encouragement, he needs a bit of stop. So we have a hangman upside down. That's going to affect that, and that's going to be something that you need to sort of fix. The cups upside down as well sort of leans me to, is this person more of a, how long have you had the crush? Is it like a fresh crush? Is it sort of staled out? Is it something that goes along with a lot of other people? He looks nervous. I have a bitch face. Okay. Yeah, so you're going to need to do that encouragement. You're going to need to sort of talk. You're going to need to, get a bit of that bitch face and relax that a bit maybe. So it's not that emotional connection. He's more of a mental connection to you. I'm not saying a mental soulmate or anything like that, but they're like, you know what I'm saying? It's more of a mental connection. It's more of a, not really a buddy or anything, because guy and girl relationships are moderately complex in the first place, but you're going to need to sort of do that encouragement and to start that off. But that's going to be more of a mental connection. Maybe the crush is not exactly the perfect fit as well, but I think that he could be. He's going to need, again, some encouragement. He's going to need to warm up to you and know that you have the feelings and things like that. So, don't just overly gush everything out, but you can do, women know that subtle thing that you do that lets guys know that you like them without being over the top and things like that. Use a bit of that, and I think that'll be okay. He does have a sort of a lonely soul, or sort of an older soul. He does have some wisdom to him. He does have a bit of the complexity to this guy, or this guy that maybe you haven't seen before. There's a bit of depth to your crush that could be explored, and I think that it's worth exploring, if nothing else, for that mental component, for that mental connection, for that connection that you can get. So overall, he does have sort of an older soul, a more complex soul. So you're gonna have to go in and understand that, and you can also sort of approach that as well. His soul and things like this. So, but I think you have a good connection, and I think this is something that could last long term, but you're going to need a bit of a push. And yeah, he doesn't have that perspective yet, and you're going to have to get an emotional connection with him. Until that emotional connection is maintained and sort of established and stuff like that, it's going to be difficult for this to go forward and for all this other stuff. So yeah, sort of, let's see, view deleted message. Know that I like him. Yeah, I mean, you're gonna have to make the move. You're gonna have to make the move a bit with that subtle thing. Gonna make the move a bit. All right, so I have a nice donation. Thank you so much, David Fisher. My trip plans been planning over a year. Wow, be fulfilled. I put investing in my local career. That's a good question. All right, let's see. Let me figure this out here. So I need to update the reading info. Pardon me while I type this out. Will my trip plans be fulfilled or local career? Stay put investing in my local career. Okay, well, as with all things, this is for entertainment purposes only. Never make any major life decisions based upon a fat man typing stuff on the internet. All right, let's see, I'm gonna get rid of WorkCat. Okay, so my trip plans be fulfilled or stick with the local career. Let's use the Mini Thoth Tarot here. Here we go. All right, view deleted message, and I'm missing some message. General reading. Hey Inga, how are you? I'm doing great. And Tenny Rye, hello. Angela, hello again. Got quite a few people here. This seems to be a good stream time. I might make this a regular stream time since we have this many people. Morning has a ton of people. I don't know what, like 5 in the morning, it was like 50 people watching me. So we're using the Mini Thoth. It is so cute. I absolutely love the Thoth deck. The deck is here. The last subscriber is here. The question is here. Chat is over here. And all the other stuff is out down there. All right. Do one more. I'll do an oracle card as well. We'll do an oracle card. So grab one from my deck, and we'll grab that one. Okay, beauty. Have no idea how that relates to the situation, but sure. All right, so will my trip plans be fulfilled? Yeah. Nah, that upside down, the hermit. I'm gonna say, so the trip plans, can you tell me about, hey, Maureen, thank you so much. I greatly appreciate it. So, your trip plans, this is why I need voice. Your trip plans, how serious are the trip plans? In other words, because you're asking about the trip plans versus a local career, it seems to me that the trip is not exactly refined, or the trip is not exactly is where you want it, because I'm looking for movement cards, right? I'm looking for something that would give me movement. Let's say Eight of Wands. Let's say Chariot, right? Let's say even him right side up. And I do not see that sense of movement. I see almost a lot of different blockages. There could be financial blockages. There could be some organizational blockage, something to where there's something that's a bit more complex with the trip plans than you had made, that maybe are reliant on something going right. In other words, there seems to be some sort of a sequence of events. This event occurs, this event occurs, this event occurs. And that sequence of events, and I'm saying that because of this, the sequence of events, is that something that needs to be fulfilled? Is that something that is really focused for you, or is that something that's still hazy? Because that sequence of events seems that it's moving not towards a trip. Again, I'm saying that because I do not see any movement cards. I would love to have had an Eight of Wands in here. I'd love to have had a Chariot in here. I just don't see anything like that. And the Hermit going in also points me to, this is not something that just involves you. This involves other people. This involves other people, and there seems to be this sequence of event that needs to be established before the trip can take place. So you're asking about the trip plans and all that other stuff. Mystic Tarot Healer, thank you for the subscription. So you're asking about these things, and I don't see the sequence coordinating the way that you think the sequence is going to coordinate. In other words, from start to finish, in order to get the trip done, doesn't look like that is going to occur. And again, this is just based upon the cards that I'm seeing. I'd love to have some voice interaction. We're going to get that settled here in a couple of days. But again, the trip. So now we're looking at the local career. And it's odd that you would say, is the trip going as planned? You wouldn't really ask that unless they can tell you they're serious because they wanted to leave my current situation. My career would be a longer road for that. I can tell you that they're serious. Okay, so you're relying on other people. So you said that they're serious and they're going for it. The sequence of events needs to occur. So if you need that trip to occur, you need this sequence to occur, you're going to have to step in. You're going to have to step in because we have this blockage with the Hermit. The Hermit is just coming about in just this really unusual place, right? The Virgo unusual place, it's almost like there's a Virgo involved, and a Virgo, by nature is going to be that very organizational or that very OCD type thing, and the very OCD type thing seems to be a blockage within this sequence of events. And so, this, especially at the end, seems to point to the trip maybe not going. If the trip goes, that sequence of events needs to be encouraged or needs to be a little more coordinated with you and all that other stuff. Oh, Anna, thank you so much. I appreciate it. Wow, all these donations. Okay, let's see. So let's finish the trip. So the trip plans, again, you're going to need to be more involved with it in order for this to turn out how you expected it to turn out. As far as local career, we can pull another thing. Yeah, Anna, thank you so much. So we can pull another thing. So, the trip is not looking how I wanted a trip to look. There's a lot of cards I want to see when someone asks about a trip, and I just don't see those cards. So I just don't see those cards. And I wanted to see those cards because I think the trip was important to you. And these are, they're very serious, and I think this is something that you really wanted. And, obviously any trip you have to prepare and plan, and you had done the preparation and planning. So local career, I think the local career looks a little more promising. I think the local career has a couple of stepping stones on it that you need to get fixed as well. I don't think the local career has as much money involved as the trip, right? I'm assuming the trip, based upon this, I'm assuming the trip is going to be more money, income is going to be better